tuning in.
Hey guys, welcome to Tech Talk. It's Ryan and Will, and this is the podcast where we talk about all things tech. But please, if you have not listened to the last episode, please listen to it because we are having a continuation on the Note 7.
Pseudo continuation. You don't really need to listen to it, but it's encouraged. So yeah. So our topics for today are more Note 7 talk because and then phones to buy instead of the Note 7. And then we're going to do a couple rapid-fire things that we found interesting on the internet. So, yeah, we're going to do all that today. So, start on the Note 7. So, first, Samsung closed production, like, Thursday, I think. They killed it, so it's dead. RIP. Moment of silence for the Note 7.
So now everybody, though, who has a Note 7,
That's more of an artifact.
as told by us last episode, get rid of it or chuck it in a garbage can.
Turn it in. Don't
And then-
throw it out. Turn it in, because
Yeah.
if you throw it out, it could still explode.
Good point. Finn is
Don't
right.
bring it on planes.
So now you're in a sticky situation. You're like, I had a brand new phone. It was a really good phone. It was the Note 7. And then I had to trade in because they stopped continuation.
That's how
and
I
it's going to
felt
go
if
boom.
I had it.
So you're like, okay, what do I do now? So you still need a phone because it's 2016. You need a phone.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
we're in the future is now. We are not in 19th century where we have to dial using the
19th.
The 19th century.
They didn't have those in 19th
have
century.
phones.
That's my
Ryan.
point.
Fact check yourself.
I know.
That would
20th
be-
century, they started having phones.
Yeah.
Thank you.
19th century was like
Thank
the Benjamin Franklin. Wait, what? No.
No, you're wrong
I
too.
meant Abraham Lincoln.
No, let's stop talking about history and get back to the Note 7.
Okay, I have something.
Okay, what do you want, Henry?
So now it is illegal to have a Note 7 on airplanes. You
It
cannot
is.
even put it in the cargo hold. You
And
must keep
Shannon
it
has
there.
a story about that because she just came back from a plane ride.
Okay, so I was on a plane and the flight attendants warned before, even before everybody got on the plane that if you have a Galaxy Note 7 and it's in your purse, then you have to give it to them so that they can put it in a safe place, and God forbid anything did happen, then the plane wouldn't,
Blow.
What
Boom,
is
boom.
this safe place?
Probably a firing barrel that they have on a plane.
Just like Henry mentioned.
Probably. So, now you're in a dilemma. Got rid of my Note 7 because I don't want it to explode. I need a phone because, as we mentioned, it's the 21st century. You need a phone. So, what do you buy now? We have a couple options.
First
and
off-
we want to hear your options. So, Henry, you had something?
Yes, I just saw a commercial the other day for Google. They came out with
Yeah,
their
the
phone.
Google Pixel and the Pixel XL.
I've been seeing a lot of commercials, and the commercials have been very, very intriguing to me. They're questioning. You don't know what's behind that white thing.
Yeah,
It's the
so
white
if
block.
you've seen those commercials, it's like the thing where you're like, what's that? And they're like, I don't know. And then it's like this big white Google bar, and it transitioned from a long Google bar into a phone.
So
It's
is this like
cool.
almost the Chromebook of iPhones?
No, it's kind of the opposite because Google runs Android, which runs on everything pretty much, but iPhones and Windows phones. But no one cares about Windows phones because they're trash. But if you want to buy a Windows phone, you do you. Nobody really cares. So,
Any other
Google
phones?
kind of sold out. Like in the past history, they would make a deal with another company, and they would produce the Nexus line of phones, which were licensed by Google, but weren't really Google phones. So
They were good, but not great.
they weren't pure Google phones. Is the thing. So
They probably had some other Android things added into
yeah,
them.
they did. Everyone had. So the Pixel is Google inside now. It's everything from the production to the software. It's all Google stuff.
You didn't have an Intel processor.
No, Snapdragon processor.
well, I have a question.
Yes.
What's the difference between a normal, everyday phone and then the Google phone?
So, give me an example of a normal everyday phone.
iPhone 7.
iPhone 7.
Okay, so the iPhone 7 is a different phone than the Pixel or any other phone because they're all different and everyone's unique and special in their own special bonsai tree, chia pet, whatever you want to call
Well,
it.
this is not this is not class where we're trying to learn about ourselves.
So iPhones, it's like Google's attempt at an iPhone. Like it's their thing inside and out. for like the iPhones, Apple designs it, built the software, designs the process, like designs all the like hardware, and so it's like an iPhone is the Apple phone. The Google phone or the Pixel is Google's design, software, hardware, everything. It's like drawing a parallel but with different brands.
But Google like sponsors the iPhone.
No, they don't.
Well, I mean, like they don't sponsor it, but on the iPhone 7,
You can buy a
yeah.
Google but that's separate because that's a developed app. And so we're talking about a full new piece of hardware and software, like all together.
Well, I think the Galaxy 7 used to be Apple's biggest
Competitor?
Yeah, because that really had an effect on the iPhone 7 sales because it came out right before the iPhone 7. And now I think the iPhone 7 is going to have a bit of a time without any competitors, but if the Google phone picks up, it's going to kind of replace the Galaxy.
It'll fill that same niche.
So I also think that if the iPhone 8, which is most likely coming out no matter what,
2 years probably, because they're going to do 7S. That's just how they do it.
also there's a very funny video, iPhone 8 is fake, please watch it. And I think that if the iPhone somehow does not get one of these boom boom batteries, then I think they should be good.
The thing is, I watched this video by The Verge. They talked about the science behind lithium-ion batteries and how so many things are exploding. The thing is, Apple designs their own battery, and they don't try to over-push it with lithium-ion batteries that are found in other phones. Or remember the whole hoverboards blowing up? Yeah, that was a lithium-ion battery too. So
But they didn't go overboard. That's not what Apple does.
yeah, because
They take slow steps. I feel like a lot of times when things explode, they say kind of go big or go home, and they go too far.
Well, with the lithium-ion batteries, are those cheaper, or are they just to make more battery space?
So, the thing is, lithium-ion was standard. It still is a standard. But people are clamoring for more batteries and more, faster charging, all that stuff. So, they're trying to push this battery that isn't designed to be pushed. And when they over-push it, it explodes. And so, that's how it explodes. So, any phone that uses a lithium-ion battery that's packed to the brim is trying to get too much battery or too fast for charging or something like that, it will probably explode. So the thing is with Apple, they don't try and do that. They say, we're going to charge this speed, we're going to give you this much battery, and deal with it.
So, one thing that I'm looking at right now, it says on newatlus.com, the Google Pixel can get up to 7 hours of use from a 15-minute charge.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling that that's going to be good for my Pokemon going.
So
I feel like that's risky, but it's very good if it doesn't blow up.
Sounds like you need a 19-volt battery charger.
the thing is, Samsung didn't use Qualcomm's standard. Qualcomm is the leader of the charging developer world and all that
Did they
stuff.
try to find a cheaper brand?
No, they didn't include it, but they were trying to make their own fast charging with Qualcomm Quick Charge 3.0. You can get that fast charge, but it's not pushing it as hard on the battery.
What's the deal with the other Samsung charging thing that says it charges the phone fast if you put it on it? And then
The wireless charging?
Yeah.
Oh, my
So,
dad has
the
that.
thing is,
Does it actually work?
wireless charging works. It does.
He happened to get the right case that you can actually
Put an iPhone in it.
put the Samsung phone onto it and still have a case on.
Question, what phone does your dad have?
Galaxy.
S6? Does he have the S6?
Which one?
I
Probably
have
S6.
no idea.
Let's hope it's not an S7.
The S7s aren't bad, it's the Note 7s. That's the misconception between
Okay,
everyone. Because the S7s are great phones, the Note 7s are boom boom.
So, Will, you said you had some rapid fire.
Rapid fire. So, someone attached a spotlight to a drone, like a 10,000 volt spotlight onto a drone.
Did that drain the drone's battery?
It didn't because it was connected. I didn't watch the entire
It was an
video.
external power source. It wasn't using
was-
the drone battery.
It wasn't the drone battery, it was an external power source. If you look on TheVerge.com, which is where I got most of my stories for today, TheVerge.com/TechNews, I think it is. So they did a story about it, and they linked the videos of them flying with the music and then without the music and the behind-the-scenes one. So if you'd like to watch that, look it up on The Verge. It's really beautiful footage. It's really eerie, but it's some amazing things you can get with drones.
Cool.
So we tried to talk about this last week. We ran out of time. PSVR just came out to rave reviews. If you have a PlayStation 4, try and look at the launch bundle. It comes with a bunch of games, camera, move controllers, everything you need. If you're willing to drop the cash, it's worth it.
Is this kind of like the Xbox Kinect?
It's a lot different.
Oh, I've seen this.
It's a lot different because the Kinect was it was a separate camera. This is like a full virtual reality headset, but you need a PlayStation camera for it to track
Your
movements.
Cool.
I feel like this is kind of like a cheap business thing, but it's a smart business thing.
What
It's
the
like,
VR?
you know, if someone says that, oh, I want this VR headset, and they said, oh, well, sorry, but you need the PlayStation.
Oh yeah.
But
It's kind of like
It's a chain
it's
reaction
gimmicking
type
in,
thing.
it's gimmicking in, I don't know how to say that, but it's gimmicking someone to like buy another product so they can make more money.
Well,
It has-
probably
So it's basically so there's two people. One already has a PlayStation and one does not have a PlayStation. The one with the PlayStation buys the VR no problem because they can go together. But the other person buys the VR without thinking about the PlayStation. So
But the thing is with the PSVR, it's a lower barrier to entry because you just need a PlayStation 4. When if you want to use the Oculus Rift or the HTC Vive, you need a decent computer, which is you can get a good one that can handle VR, but it's like the PlayStation's cheaper. You need the headset itself, which are like $500 to $700.
Yeah, my cousin wanted one for his birthday, I think. Or it wasn't even like an Oculus, I think it was like a Sony something.
Of the Vive,
No, it wasn't the Vive. It was like
Was it for your
$400.
phone?
It was $400.
it's probably the PSVR.
I think so.
That's a lot of
That
money.
makes
My friend
They're-
got the Vive.
they're a lot.
Well, my friend's brother got the Vive, and he thought it was amazing.
I think the majority of people who would get the VR would already have the PlayStation.
Yeah, that it's not a thing where you'd go out and buy a PlayStation. Okay, so
so actually, I just wanted to touch on one last thing before we head out for the night or day, place thing. So I would like to say that Nintendo, who has recently, as people know, their Wii U is horrible right now. So they released one final game that's going to be an only Wii U game, which is Paper Mario Color Splash. But the thing is, their next big console is going to be the NX, which is released March 2017. So far, that's all that people know about it, and it should be interesting to see what Nintendo's going to do with this.
I see where but if it's coming out in March, then you still have the holiday season. They're gonna want to try and get some more push.
They're doing more. I think they're going to do a few more DS games, one or two more Wii games. Or this is the last Wii game. That's going to be single Wii game, and then they're going to be on NX.
All right. So anything
In
else?
my opinion, I think that the era of the Wii is finished.
Yeah,
So
I think it's starting.
I think
They're gonna-
it's Xbox now. It's Xbox or PlayStation. Mainly.
On DS, I know it's had a lot of Pokemon games.
DS is going to die soon.
Yeah, but I would think with Pokemon Go still pushing.
Pokemon Go, I think the trading cards in the game and some maybe iPhone games. Yeah, I think that's it.
So anyone have anything else?
Alright, then.
So thanks for listening to Tech Talk. We will see you next week.
Where we will talk about more random stuff.
If you'd like to hear about any of our articles, we will leave the links to some of our favorite articles in the description or some things you'd like to hear. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thank you.
Oh.